Hi, I'm Angelo. I've been homeless in Northern Virginia for 5.5 months now. Getting ready to go to Los Angeles to try and make some videos there, continue screenwriting, go to writers groups. There's not many writers groups around here. Get feedback from other writers, meet a lot of people, get a lot of work done, see what happens. And I was thinking about how planning this trip, quitting my job, moving into my car, are all things I thought I would completely not want to do. I thought I'd completely oppose doing all these things, or I really did for a while. I did. This is what I mean. That's why the title of the video is, I haven't thought of it exactly, but I'm doing everything I thought would be wrong. Just as far as, planning what would help me in my film career, YouTube career, entertain you people all out there who are waiting for the next Flying Over Trout, Angelo's mom video, as well as the many collaborations that we do here. Stay tuned. Hopefully they all happen. I don't know. Still got to get a little work done on my car, but it's mostly done. But I was thinking about how everything I'm doing is something I thought would be totally wrong for me before, and just how far astray everything has gone in my YouTube and film career, but how you can't look at it as good or bad. It's just how you need to do it, or it's just how it needed to happen. I fantasized for a while, like just sometimes I'd get the image of, would I want to sleep in my car and just save money on rent? But my big objection was like, well, I got my desktop computer. How will I edit videos? And sure enough, for a while I didn't, but then for a while I would. Now I'm just do it on my laptop at a cafe or something. And it's interesting. Some spots are better than others. Some are just too noisy. I can't do it. The tables aren't good for the mouse. I have a wireless mouse, and it doesn't track well. Certain McDonald's, they don't track well on the table, and you got to put a napkin under it, and it's awkward. But I thought for sure I would never do that. I even I found videos on it, on living in your car. This channel, Katie Carney, she does good videos about her life. But she lives in her car, but you hear that and you assume somebody had to. She actually wants to. She chose to. She makes enough money apparently to live in an apartment. She just likes it. And she just drives around the country because she's got a job where she can just work on her laptop. And it took me a while to process that. I'm like, what? That seems horribly, horribly inconvenient. All the, maintenance and work you have to do just for little things. Going to the bathroom I thought would have been the worst thing, because when I would wake up in my bed at home, it's like if I have to go to the bathroom, fortunately the last two places I lived, bathroom was right next to my room. And even then I hated getting up to go to the bathroom and hoping I'll fall back asleep. And so I was like, and for a while it was kind of difficult. I finally figured out a good method, a good technique, and I've made cardboard to black out all the windows. I cut it in the shapes of all the windows in my car. And so now I have even better privacy, because before it wasn't perfect. Like now it's pretty much just sealed off. You really can't see into my car. Before you sort of could, and I was just counting on nobody bothering to go right up to my car to see if someone's sleeping in there. But I could not process that for the longest time. Like it seemed like the total opposite of anything I would do. And then sure enough, I ended up moving into my car when I thought I'd be sleeping on couches for a while. My head still hurts from taking a fall the other day. Is that bad? I didn't hit my head. I just landed on my back and it shook my head. So somehow I've ended up doing that for the last 5 months. And I thought for sure I would never do that. It would be so inconvenient. I like so much lying in my bed, especially after I lived in Annandale for 2.5 years. And only the last year or so I had a tiny little twin bed mattress on the floor, which was fine. But I almost preferred the 1-inch foam pad I had on the floor, because it was nice to just roll onto the ground. It was just hard to sleep on that, though. I didn't sleep that well on this little pad. I do have a video sleeping for 9 hours and 45 minutes on it, though. Check that out. So I never thought I'd be doing this, and yet somehow I ended up doing it. So it's amazing. Who knew? And I wouldn't have known until it actually happened. I remember being in Annandale again. I went back there right before I had moved into my car, and I was finishing up Ron Perlman's book, Easy Street, The Hard Way, his autobiography. And I was enjoying his story, and then I went out to this food festival in Annandale, and actually I have a little video of that. I filmed some of that, and it was just weird being there, because I was like, it's just weird seeing people out enjoying themselves. I was never doing that. I was always pretty much in my house, going to my mom's house, the grocery store, and my job. That's it. For like, how long did I live in Arlington? I'm trying to remember now. 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. And just thinking that it got me just feeling different things, and wondering, feeling how sad it was to be in Annandale, because Annandale's a dump, and seeing people try and, enjoy something around there. And then I finished Ron Perlman's book, and I was like, well, I got to do this. I got to move into either people's couches or in my car, because Ron Perlman, at the end of the book, has this whole, it's almost like a speech about how people should take risks and, do things for their art and self-expression and be honest with themselves. And I just realized, okay, I have to do this, and I made a video about that too. Then, what else? So there were two things. One, quitting my job. I was like, well, at least I'll be able to work my job and save a bunch of money, which I wasn't really. I was paying down my credit card, but sort of paying it down. Then it would go back up, the balance would go back down. And, it was a hassle working that job, because I was working late. Any job is a hassle when you're homeless, because then it was like, really like the 5 days a week, really, that because I was working 4 nights a week, but even the 5th day after I was done with work, I would have to I would still get up really late, and my day, by the time I got out of the gym and finished exercising, it's like my day's mostly gone. And it's hard to do certain things, like when you're homeless out, like if I'm trying to work on stuff like edit on my computer, on my laptop. Well, I couldn't go to my mom's house to get the laptop, because I wouldn't leave it in my car when it was freezing cold. And so I couldn't get to her house when she was there to pick up my laptop. So, I would just be constantly stuck most of the week. And the other thing I thought was, I'd like to travel around, film videos around the country or something. I don't know. I'm not exactly, not like had that plan in mind where I just want to travel and free. I'm not into that. I don't get that, where it's like I just want to travel and be free. It's almost like a mockery of other people too, when people say I want to travel, like, haha, I get to do this, you're stuck, like you're a loser. So I don't say that, but I wanted to do certain things, like go work with other YouTubers that I know, or go even attend some TV shows live, but that all costs a lot of money. And I had my job, and I was working weekends, so a lot of that was impossible. I just knew I wouldn't be able to travel much. And even if I did, it would be very brief, and it would be kind of, I wouldn't get much out of it. Then, sure enough, I did what I thought was unthinkable. I quit my job. I forget exactly how I realized I had to quit my job. I just realized it, that I needed to. I just didn't want to do it. 5.5 years being a bouncer, and it's still in me, that feeling of being a bouncer. Not that I think I have to, do that job, like now I'm out, like, and I got to tell people, hey, watch yourself, behave or something. No, just I always feel it. I can always recall that feeling of what it's like. So I never thought I'd quit that so soon after going homeless, 4.5 months after going homeless. I've only been unemployed for like a month now. And then, on top of that, thinking I would drive across the country, which I'm still planning, to Los Angeles to make videos, try and live there for maybe a few weeks. Who knows? It depends how it goes, day by day. But that's only possible because I quit my job. So I'm thinking, here's 3 things I did that I was completely opposed to. Isn't that incredible? I was completely opposed to moving into my car. I thought it would be horribly inconvenient. And now I'm doing it. Fortunately, in this area, it's okay. In LA, I know it's going to be a little more rough. a little more difficult. There's a lot more distance to cover. The traffic is a nightmare. At least here, like, I don't have to go far because, like, the places I'm at, I just don't, I can stay in one area generally. In LA, I know I may have to be going around. I don't even know LA that well at all. So I'll have to be driving around a lot to get to the store, get to the gym, wherever, a lot of things, and then work with the people I'm trying to work with, go to events, save money somehow, make money. I never thought I'd quit the job, and then never thought I'd actually just decide, okay, I gotta go drive to Los Angeles. And I had the idea like 2 months ago or so. I talked about it on video, but I kind of forgot about it. And then my mom was talking about it with me the other day, and that's when I realized. I was like, oh, I have to do this. And it's funny, she said, wait, you thought of doing this because I talked about it? And she's like, oh, I wish I didn't say anything. And I know she's going to miss making videos with me, and I'll miss making them with her too. I want to be able to, but I feel like I got to do this. I got to try something different. It's not just trying something like randomly different. It's something that's been coming together for years, and that I finally realize is possible. It's barely going to be possible. Driving across the country is stressful, or driving for me long distances is stressful. I'm always concerned about the safety aspect, just like getting in a car crash, bad roads, bad drivers. So I'm very cautious, worried about the police, drive the speed limit, obey all the traffic laws, yield to others. So it's going to be a 5-day drive or so, and I have to figure out still where exactly I'm going to stay each night, which is not a huge deal, I guess, when you think about it. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be staying in a motel or anything, spending much money, so no big deal. Just have to either stay at a truck stop or just find some street or a parking lot where I can sleep overnight, go shower the next morning, and then try and work out, and then go off. My car does not go that fast too. That's the problem. It doesn't accelerate that quickly, so that's another annoying thing about, like, and I don't trust it to, go in the fast lane a lot. Not that I can't, it's just, it's hard to, get up to speed, and then I don't trust the other drivers and everything, so I'll usually stay in the right lanes, because also I don't want to be speeding. I don't know what the cops are like everywhere. Around here, you can speed in the left lane, and the cops are going even faster than you. Other places, the cops are waiting 24/7 to give you a ticket if you're speeding. So, excuse me. So that's why I'm just playing it safe, Some places, when I drove through Pennsylvania once, everybody's going like 80 miles an hour. And it was annoying and unsafe. Cars really shouldn't go that fast. People in them, their bodies cannot handle accidents, crashes at that speed. Got to figure out, how I'm going to get food there. I'm going to go try and pick up some food tonight. And, pick it up free. And, I'm writing a lot, and that's really important to me, because that is kind of tied into everything I'm doing. It's a story about a homeless guy, and I'm homeless, and, it's an outrage how we treat homeless people in this country and how we make homeless systematic. Like, it's just there. It's like there's got to be homeless people for rich people to maintain their wealth. It's really horrible, and it's totally intertwined with racism, with how we disregard people with illnesses, with addictions, all kinds of horrible stuff. And so this story keeps expanding, and finally last night I was writing a lot, and it was almost like a headache being in McDonald's so long. I was writing a lot, but I was really glad I got a good break in the story. I'm like, oh, finally, this helps it so much. It felt so dull and, antiseptic before. Now it's like becoming vibrant and alive, and how this may tie into other movies I'm trying to make, and also just, I'd like to do something bringing attention to homelessness, especially in Los Angeles, while I'm there, and get people motivated and energized to speak up about it and say we should be providing housing for people. We should make it less expensive to live. We should provide better public transportation. We need clean, renewable energy to protect the whole human race. Excuse me. I ate some cornflakes, and I think they're getting caught in my throat. Protect all life on Earth, and combined with that, getting everybody medical treatment, getting everyone safe transportation, getting everyone good paying jobs if they want them. And I think people, even if they're not working, they should be able to have housing. How does it make sense to keep people sick and homeless and exploited, vulnerable, exposed to crime, the elements? It makes no sense. It costs way less, and it's more, and it's just, a better thing to do, to house people, to, provide for them, look out for each other. Anyway, so that's what I'm hoping to do, that while bringing entertainment. And I'm like just amazed and surprised every time I get new ideas. Maybe hitting my head. I didn't hit my head again. I just shook my head. Maybe that dislodged some ideas. I don't know. But and I'm feeling okay. Just like I said, just sore. Actually, it may be because also I haven't been sleeping that well. It's been so hot, and I just sleep with my blanket. I don't sleep with my sleeping bag. But last night or two, I had the windows cracked and the sunroof open, and it was still hot. And on top of that, there was so much pollen. Thank goodness it just rained. There was so much pollen on my car and like out everywhere, so my nose was all stuffed up. I was sneezing sometimes. It's just hard to sleep. I kept falling asleep, waking up, fall asleep. I was felt overheated. I would wake up, my heart was racing. I felt dehydrated. So anyway, I'm trying to drink a lot of water and eat well. I haven't been eating much. But anyways, back to the title of the video. I just can't believe everything I'm doing is something I thought was completely wrong earlier. I moved into my car, went homeless, somehow managed to make that work, although it's been difficult at times. But lately I'm just trying to keep moving forward, that's all. And I never want to congratulate myself for that, say anything like, oh, it's going well. It's just, I don't know if it's going well. I'm just trying to do, just keep going forward and do good work. I thought it'd be totally wrong to quit my job, and then totally wrong to travel the country because I couldn't quit my job, and then I would spend all my money, and I'm trying to save it for something. And now I'm realizing, no, I want to do everything now. So in addition to all the entertainment I want to make and films and meet other filmmakers and meet, people who are just starting out filmmaking. A lot of them are talented. A lot of the people I knew who are starting out in entertainment now are very popular and very successful. So that's where those people come from, is they start, and then they keep developing their skills and keep working and get audiences. So I also want to do the entertainment and do something that's, relevant to the problem of homelessness. Not that the homeless are a problem. It's the problem is that we allow people to fall into homelessness when we have all the resources to prevent that. And we can stop it if we wanted to. And bring attention to, the fact that this is an outrage, and you should be outraged over it. It's pathetic that we allow this. Anyways, I guess I'm all talked out for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I thought I'd do this video quick because it's a little late in the afternoon, so I didn't want to edit it on my computer. I got stuff to do today, a lot more writing to do. I'm amazed. Every time I write, I think there's nothing else I can say, nothing else I can write. I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's like I can't see beyond like this far in front of me. And somehow I just keep I keep moving past that point. And the point that's in front of me, there's something new in that little distance, like this myopia I have where I can't see anything. But somehow in this little crack right here, oh, I see something new, I found it. But I never know until, a nanosecond before it happens. I can never know that. So that's good. It's like, oh, okay, thank goodness, because this story, I was just feeling it was too dull and drab. It needs something exciting. And I'm like, okay, I figured out something else, and that would make the story connect better and cohere better. And the elements that are required for that are not just keep working, keep writing, keep researching, which I wasn't doing enough research. I should have been doing more, and I started doing it. Keep living your life, experiencing things. And then the last one, time. It takes time. Although you want to set deadlines for yourself, you want to learn how to write like you're hired on a deadline, because that's how writers are hired. You can't just, write at your leisure, turn in a script, and it's going to get produced. You have to be able to, even on a script that's produced, you have to be able to turn in, revisions on it. anyways, so take your craft seriously, writers. Thanks for watching, everybody. I got a lot more coming soon, including hopefully in about a week and a half I'll be in LA, if all goes well. And subscribe for more videos. Hey, support me on Patreon. That'll help with the trip too. You can just donate $1. Don't make it hard on yourself. Just $1 a month. That's a lot more stable than, if a lot of people donate $1, then a few people donating larger amounts of money. And I'll keep providing entertainment and show my outrage over issues like homelessness and how the issue is the rich, not the homeless in a sense, but the problem that results is people are homeless. Anyways, thanks for watching. And racism, it's not just classism, it's racism all intertwined. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe for a lot more.